Hey everybody, this is Three Dog. Oh, and you're listening to GNR. That's Galaxy News Radio, in case you forgot. Coming to you from downtown, or maybe uptown, depending on your perspective. In the ruins of Washington, D.C., what we here know as the Capital Wasteland, a local subsidiary of the Galaxy News Network. That's right, kiddies. Old Three Dog's been here on the air since the early 2270s. And I'm here to let you all know that it's that time of the year again, children. You may be asking, but Three Dog, what time of the year is it? We don't own calendars or some fancy Pip-Boy. Well, kiddies, old Three Dog's here to let you know what it is that time of year where the folks from the back-when times would gather round the fireplace, hanging their socks on the mantle, placing brightly covered packages under the tree, and singing songs and drinking some swill called eggnog as they wait for some jolly fat man with a herd of rad stags to land on their roof and shimmy down the chimney and give 'em all kinds of goodies. Well, Three Dog's here to let you know, if someone comes onto your roof, breaking and entering into your settlement, it's probably best to shoot first, and then apologize later. You see, kiddies, here in the wasteland, don't really matter if you are in the capital, the Commonwealth, the Mojave, or out there in New California ways. Heck, maybe you're in Chicago, that toddling town, or down there in the heart of Texas, or some other godforsaken place in the ass end of nowhere. But regardless, wherever you're at, raiders, mutants, and any other manner of psycho that decided to wander in out of the rad storms on any given day, just don't make letting someone coming into your house under the promise of bringing goodies a very wise thing to do. Heck, if you want proof of that, just look at Nuke World and that psycho overboss of theirs, Coulter. But then again, old Three Dog only has old intel to rely on. Takes a while to get information here in the capital. I mean, we don't have some fancy doodad like that storyteller of the Brotherhood, able to travel from coast to coast so fast. Maybe one day he'll swing by Three Dog's office in the capital, let him know how he does it. But anyways, kiddies, enough of old Three Dog. You didn't come here for me, anyway. So as I hand you off to who you're really here for, keep your assault rifles and your laser rifles loaded and ready for whatever comes in out of the wastes. And keep on fighting the good fight. And now, I'm heading you over to your real MC. Or rather, your MM. That rainbow-eyed bug pony, compound eyes.
That's right. Hello, everybody, and thank you, Three Dog. Welcome back to the Moonshadow Mystery channel. As always, I'm your lovable, huggable, rainbow-eyed bug pony host, Compound Eyes. Better known to you as Moonshadow Mystery and Moonlight Shadow, the Changeling. I'm sorry, everybody. I am currently recovering from some sort of illness. As the recording of this video, it is December 22nd. Hopefully I'll get this uploaded in time for Christmas. But again, welcome back to the Moonshadow Mystery channel. I'm still not ready to continue with my pony videos for Fallout, but we are going to be continuing with the Fallout video. And we're going to be continuing with my main one. Now, as you can see on the screen, I did have to remove certain mods because they were interfering with some primary dynamics. But we're going to be continuing with my primary build, and we're going to be exploring one or two other settlements, and quite possibly getting into some mischief. Now, last time we covered probably 6 different settlements, but I did leave out one of my favorites. So that's probably the one we're going to be looking at today. We'll more than likely head over to Nuka World if we don't experience any of the technical glitches I've been dealing with lately. If we do, I'll simply edit it all together and give you hopefully a clean-cut finished product. And we may even head out into Far Harbor to explore the 1 or 2 settlements we have out there. In the future, we will be continuing with our My Little Pony Fallout Equestria videos, and I'll even be showing off some of my Raider build for Fallout 4.
And perhaps one day, we will continue with the stalwart adventures of the Silver Shroud.
But that's all discussions for future videos. I realize I'm still way behind with all my review videos, my reaction videos, and I've not even managed to get around to doing the Changeling video or my past due review, and I'm so sorry about that. Things just piled up one after the other, and good God, this is taking forever. Like I said, this kind of crap's been happening. I don't know why. Hopefully it'll hurry up. I don't know what the deal is. I don't. Like, it should have already been loaded by now. And okay, there we go. We're loaded. Let me see where we're at. Oh, like, where am I? No, I'm serious. Where the heck am I? Oh, wait, that's right. I know where I'm at now. Yeah, well, I was trying to figure out the issues with certain things not working right. I did end up going out of my way and tracking down Kate. So right now, currently, we have Kate, Dogmeat, and the dog bots as our companions. So it's a little bit different than last time. My power armor has mostly been damaged, unfortunately. Sorry. I'm so sorry. And there are several potential settlements we could explore, but for the most part, I've not really done a whole lot with most of them. But we are going to head to Spectacle Island, and we're going to pick up with our exploration things from there. And we may go ahead and repair our power armor while we're at it. Again, I'm sorry for sounding the way I sound. I am dealing with all kinds of issues. I don't know if I'm recovering from the flu, a common cold, or what, but alright. Now, I realized months ago when I did my settlement exploration build the first time that we covered Spectacle Island. But because that video was choppy at best and a lot of the audio desynced, we're going to be starting from scratch. So starting here by the ocean on the pier, which I've decked out in some Far Harbor things, as well as one of our trophies from that we created after we killed one of the many Mirelurk queens. This part of the pier is currently... Whoops, hold on. Got to disable that before we have any issues. This part of the pier, as you can see, is the one we decorated to be dedicated to the fishing industry. We have a lot of the mutated fish in barrels and hanging up. A Mirelurk youngling. This is one of the downsides having so many of these people. Going out here to the boat building, that's basically all it is. We got a few decorations hanging up, a couple of fish hanging, nothing big. I'm sorry, I'm going to be dealing with that a lot. As you can see, we do have some laser turrets set up in case Mirelurks or whatever else decides to come in from the sea. We've got some dog houses set up over here for dog meat and the dog bots. And we have a separate one set up over here for the wolf that's supposed to be roaming around. I have no idea where it's at. Then going in here in what's the default building, the one that was here when we first discovered the place, you can tell it's pretty much bare bones. It's basically as it was, with the exception of our surgery station being here. We do have an Edatronic, a counter, and some stools set up here. And as the sign says, coming up here we have the location of our barber chair. So while the structure itself is ruined, it doesn't mean it doesn't have function. I have thought about building onto this and expanding it. I've just not gotten around to it. Because as most of you know, I've been too busy, mainly, with My Little Pony Followed Equestria builds. And I'm not sure who the seller is. I don't remember him being here when I first found the place, but anyways, going in here into the storage shed, which had a power armor station initially. As you can tell, we have decked it out in Brotherhood colors. I'm going to eject from my power armor frame so you can take a look at me. As you can tell, my military backpack is set up with the medic equipment for the most part. We are currently wearing Brotherhood of Steel combat armor in the standard Brotherhood uniform, and we're sporting our Onyx customed Pip-Boy. Now I realize there are more weapon mods in the Creation Club that allows us to customize the skin of our weapons with Brotherhood colors, but I don't have the money to do any of that right now. So for right now, what we're going to do... Okay, that's just... Oh, that's right, because we got the Tesla one first and that... Right. So what we're going to do real quick, if for whatever reason my main one's been slow, we're going to repair our power armor. I'm so sorry. This is going to be an issue today, and I apologize for that. But we're going to repair our power armor here. And unfortunately, our Midwestern mod is still invisible. I don't know why. Whoops. We almost did the wrong thing here. Yeah, I really need to go back to my Brotherhood base and offload some of this stuff. I'm probably way down by no telling how much of this. I think I've got a thing here. There's no way of sorting between power armor and the rest of your armor. It's basically just one long list, so it's not like I can just say, hey, I want to offload my power armor stuff. I'm sure there's a mod out there for it, but I don't want any more interference. After all, we had all kinds just from the 3 pieces that we had to disable. I think I froze up here. I hope not. Nope. There we go. And we're just going to leave our power armor here for the moment. So after I make sure there's not a fusion core in there. For some reason, this one hasn't been requiring me to put a fusion core in. I don't know if it's because the exemplar is unique in that aspect or what. I mean, I'm not complaining about it by any means. But for now, we're just going to leave our power armor here. After Dog Meat gets out, we're going to shut the... Oh, there's our wolf. Mishka here came from Far Harbor. And while we're in Far Harbor, we're going to show off... Whoa, hold on. So sorry about that. For some reason, my external hard drive likes to do that every so often. But when we go to Far Harbor to explore that settlement, I'll show you where I get the dogs at. If you're not familiar with the fact that you can buy wolves, dogs, etc. in Far Harbor, or if you just don't have the Far Harbor DLC, I'll show you where you can do that. You have to get the dialogue tree just right to do it. As you can see, we took what was initially the gardener section and we just turned into a little bunkhouse for ourselves. We included a floor safe, weapon racks, etc. Just stuff to make it a little more organized and a little more functional. As you can see, we do have the main bunkhouse and power armor station protected. We do have spotlights set up, which for some reason I'm not seeing the spotlights as well as I'm used to. I guess it's just because of the angle of the roof, I don't know. Sorry, I guess I forgot to put crops here. I mean, I don't really use this for settlers. This is mainly just me and my robots and my companions. Well, a companion. Oh, and speaking of my robots, here's Raidertron 117, an ironic name because I chose not to go with the Raiders. I basically call it Raidertron because its basically sole purpose is to destroy raiders if they choose to attack. And I have had raiders attack here. I don't know how or why, but I haven't put anything in this bus, but I have it here that way I can do something with it later if I decide I want to put bunks in it or whatever. This bus over here, we accented with some of the Raider builds from Nuka World. This one's set up with the PAX items. I like to view it as one of my trophy rooms. You can see the furnishings. And I'm a little disappointed you can't create... Like, you can't take the corpses of ghouls you killed and turn them into this. That would be hilarious. It's a little creepy, I know. I'm surprised the Ghoul-Rilla chair is not the same way. Yeah, as we circle around down by the shore, you can see some of the containers that came off the ship over there. We haven't really done anything with the ship. I don't really think we can do anything with it. We do have various observational outcroppings for the guard posts. And we built this little barn here so that we could have our robot build station out of the way. And I accented it with this so I can have a little sniper's nest and get a little lay of the land, so to speak. Ha! We survived. I wasn't sure if that would work or not. But anyways, coming down here to this truck trailer, we have more Raider items. I believe this one I set up for the Disciples, just as a little nod to what those psychos do. It's mainly filled with the busted machines and some cages. We did outfit this little caged area. I used it at one point for some cages. Every so often, though, the little thing that's supposed to keep them docile doesn't work. I have had a few critters come out and attack me for no reason. It's weird. But following along the coast, we'll see another one of our robots. A little nod to my My Little Pony fandom with the Party Cannon Drawn 86. A little nod to Pinkamena Diane Pie. Again, I'm so sorry. I did not expect for me to still be recovering to this degree. But circling around, we'll come up to this little hill, which we have protected with a few turrets. To where the workshop station's at. And where the signal that keeps the Mireworks way is located. Our chameleon Deathclaw is now a Deathclaw matriarch. That is weird. It was a chameleon Deathclaw last time I was here, and now it's a matriarch, unless somehow we've got more than one friendly Deathclaw on the island. If we do, I am confused. There are still a few shanty shacks here that I've left intact. I'm not really sure how far I can build, if I can build on the whole island or not. It is nice knowing I've got a pet Deathclaw that can tear some people to shreds if I need it to. But it is weird that it's a matriarch now when last time it was a chameleon. That is weird. Has anybody else had that problem? If anyone else has noticed the type of critter you've had come out of the cage has changed between uploads, let me know down below. Because if this is just like something that's only happening to me, or if this is something that's, you know, kind of common, I just kind of want to know. But as you can see, there's some more of the half-sunken ships. That was the arena where we keep the Deathclaw cage at. We may fix it later and see about getting one or two more. I've not actually had any random Deathclaw attacks here. I know they're supposedly supposed to... Whatever cage you use increases the odds and the likelihood of being attacked by that same type of creature. Yeah, we're not going to help Coastal Cottage. I don't have anybody there to my knowledge. If it's under attack, that's their problem. But going over here to the train car area, those who see this before probably remember it. It's decked out in operator's colors. They have the Vault Boy and Vault Girl, kind of a staple of my primary build. In this little part, we have, of course, a restroom facility set up. We have shelving in various spots. Of course, we have the salvage station, the chem station. We have a weight bench here. Of course, we have an armor workbench, weapons workbench, and another power armor station. As many who've seen me before know, I like to keep extra power armor stations handy. That way, if I decide I want to use some of my spares for my people, I can. I put this the operator training dummies in these spots just to keep things lively. Keeps things a little more interesting. As you can tell up above, normally I would jetpack up there, but I left my power armor behind. We have plenty more turret systems set up all around, so this whole island fortress is pretty much secured out the wazoo. And there's multiple ways up and down off of some of these areas. Real quick, while everybody's watching, I'm going to go right over here and I'm going to see about fixing this. I think I only have 1 or 2 robots on there. I might have 3. It's hard to tell sometimes. We may be going a little overboard by having that type of generator here. I don't know. Don't have the ingredients. What do you mean I don't have the ingredients? Oh, I don't have Yao Guai meat. Okay. I have thought about expanding this in order to maybe get some Yao Guai on the island. But since we don't have the meat to do it, we'll just keep circling right back around. And past Raidertron 117 again, I suppose. We do have a mortar cannon set up here. I like to keep those in all over the place. That way, no matter where I'm at, the likelihood of being able to get mortar cover is pretty good for me. We're going to go back in and we're going to hop back into our power armor because I don't like going anywhere without it. I thought I was in the medic, had the medic bag attached, but maybe I didn't. As you can tell, we have Kate equipped with a lot of different raider armors since she is our own, currently my only raider companion. Gage is dead since I chose to kill the raiders in Nuka World. So she has combat armor left leg, which is something well known by the gunners. Disciple's arm, heavy combat right arm, operator chest, pack leg, a pack helmet. And I like this helmet just because it shows her face and is a little more interesting looking. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Oasis Guardians. We have a shot collar on her, just for looks. And one of our extra wedding rings. Oh, whoop.
Hey. Yeah?
And we do have...
Didn't have anything else.
No problem. Need something.
And we're having that little glitch where the trade function's not wanting to work again. I don't know why that happens. It's weird. But we're going to do a quick save here because for some reason it likes to glitch on me, and that way I know where we're going to boot up from. And we're going to head to Nuka World. Now, as everybody knows, there's only one real settlement you have in Nuka World, and that is a red rocket. Kind of fitting, since aside from Sanctuary, that's the first settlement you get to build in Fallout 4, is a red rocket. So I think there's somewhat of a bit of irony there. There are 2 or 3 different red rockets located around, but only one you can actually make a settlement out of in Nuka World and in the main capital Wasteland. Commonwealth, sorry. I don't know why that is. On my Raider build, I actually did succeed in getting all the metal things, but unfortunately nothing I did took away the Raider thing that Nira had going. This Annihilator Sentry bot is one I had recruited at one point, but unfortunately it started going psycho last time I was here, so I had no choice but to kill it, or rather shut it down to keep it from hurting anybody else. But like I said, there's really only one red rocket you can make a settlement at here, and I don't know why it says 51%. I have... Wait, how do I have settlers there? Oh, right, my robots. We're going to try fast traveling. Hopefully we won't glitch out. If we do, I'll reboot and I'll just pick up recording from there to avoid any complications. So far, so good. Not getting my hopes up, though. Of course, I have had it glitch out on me just from trying to go from one door to another area, and it's weird. We'll probably end this video if it'll let us back at Vault 88, because I have made some adjustments there since last time. Starting right off the bat here, you can see we have a total of 5 dog houses. That's because I intend on going, well, when we're in Far Harbor, sending another canine out this way to kind of be a permanent protector around here. You can probably see we have several robots roaming around of different types. None of the buildings have really been designated as anything yet. We currently have the barn, the warehouse, and a couple of shacks. I've left most of the vehicles here where I found them. I have covered the old sign with our Brotherhood flags. I did put a park map here just for easy reference. Now this trailer and that bus I put here myself. This trailer is basically to tie into the Nuka World hot dog vendor cart we put out. We don't have anything in the bus yet, but I decided to accent places that I might put stuff here with lampposts to signify potential future importance. But we basically have one of each of the main types of robots roaming around. And they're all bright red for Nuka World. And they're all identified as a quote-unquote raider killer, because that's our main program. We do have this metal dome here, which houses our robot construction site. Sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied. Like I said, I'm still recovering, so there's some things that's not coming out like they should. I would hop up there to show you. We did put a Nuka-Cola rocket up there. Since normally there's a rocket ship, and this one has a Nuka-Cola bottle, which is itself a rocket. But I put the rocket up there just to bring back some of the classic red rocket design. We do have a Vault-Tec power system. That way, no matter what we put out here, we've got ample power for it. We've got the chem station, cooking stove, and weapons workbench right here in this little shack. There was already an armor workbench in here, as well as a power armor station. So that just keeps everything kind of close to the chest. There is already a magazine rack here. A few items we've left in place. The register and all. We did add in one of the new stoves and the new refrigerators, as well as one of the new lockers. We left all the posters here as is. We did add in, I think we added in that one ourselves, as well as the bobblehead station. This is our security desk. We basically left all the advertisement posters as they were. We did add in a Vault-Tec security station, and a few little things just for scenic effect. We do have a merchant spot over here. I don't know why all of the merchant caravan guards look this way now. It's kind of weird. We have no need to talk to the dock. We did put a Brahmin pen. Well, the pen was already here. We did put a feeding trough here for him. I still need to fix it. Is it just me, or did anybody else see flame balls? That was weird. That building there that we're aiming at is a hot spot for raider activity. No matter how many times I clear it, super mutants and raiders tend to always come back to it. So we have some turrets and a guard post set up here, and that way if they decide to attack it again, we're kind of protected. We're going to circle around the property just so maybe you can get a general idea of what we're going for. Like I said, we have turrets and guard posts at pretty regular intervals. And we got at least 5 robotic guards set up. And they should patrol all around. I did set them up in different spots. So as long as nothing went wrong, they should just kind of like alternate where they're at. I have to admit the Assaultrons and the Sentry bots are probably my favorites. I am a little bit disappointed that there's no Robco Securitron. I know that's a West Coast thing, but it would have been kind of cool if Bethesda had incorporated them. Especially given the tight bond between Robco and Nuka World. It would have been a nice little reference. Especially to have a Securitron instead of a Protectron as the sheriff of Dry Gulch. Or Dry Rock Gulch, whatever it's called. But basically, all of our robots are equipped with long-range and close-range weaponry. Again, this is still a work in progress, but I felt it was something worth showing off. And also, a little side note, given our proximity to former Raider encampments that you had to do as part of the Nuke World build, I've never actually been inside that little tower here, as well as the proximity to that building where the Raiders attack often, and that town where the feral ghouls tend to linger. This tends to be a hotspot of dangerous activity. Basically, all of our Raider bots are numbered from 0 to whatever. Number 0, which I pretty much call the Foreman as a nickname, is a Mr. Handy unit. The others are a Robo-Brain, Protectron, Assaultron, and Sentrybot. Something we have here that we didn't have in previous ones before is an iBot station. But unfortunately, there's apparently nothing here. And holy cow, hold on. Apparently, Vault 88 is under attack. The attack may be over by the time we get back to it. I was going to say Vault 88 for last, but since it's under attack, I guess now's as good a time as any to go back to it. Hopefully we don't freeze up. Problem is there's so many vaults, it's sometimes tricky to find our way to them. Looks like we got a few more people now. We'll head to Far Harbor after this, I guess. We'll try and keep this one under an hour if possible. We're currently at the 37-minute mark, which isn't too bad, all things considered. We don't really have a whole heck of a lot of places to explore. We got maybe 2 or 3 in Far Harbor. But all in all, that's not that bad. What the heck? And see, and that's the thing I was going on about last time I was here showing off Vault 88 the first time. No matter how many times you clear out the area outside, the raiders always come back. So this place is basically a hotspot of raider attacks, which is why we have turrets, and we had a sentry bot set up here, but I guess it's decided to roam around. I'm pretty sure that's our... Yeah, that's our security chief. A little something I want to show off real quick while we're here. Something that I wasn't aware of when I first started exploring Vault 88 was this. This is, in fact, a generator that I did not know was here. We're going to turn that beacon off. We're probably going to... And that's what happened to it. Galactitron here, I guess, in the midst of attacking some of the raiders, got himself stuck. Thankfully for us, there is more than one way to get around here. Like I said, there are a few things changed. Not a whole heck of a lot. We did put an extra turret there just in case they got past the primary frontward defense. Didn't really do a whole lot in here aside from add in a couple of these happiness rugs and clean up this little observation space a bit. A lot of this is still the same. We did move around our propaganda posters, so they're basically in one long hallway. The classroom, barbershop, and fitness area are pretty much still as they were last time. I'm going to give a quick little look so everyone can see that maybe didn't get to see before. We did add in some of the extra double bunks here to what I called the rec area.
Have you tried this? Oh man. Woo.
We did add our Nuka World arcade games here to give them a little more they could do for fun. We did add some of the happiness planes here to give us kind of like a little box garden look. The reactor is pretty much still the same as it was. I kind of wish I could replace it with the larger reactor. I tried that. Oh, we had a couple of gunners sneak in. That explains why Tetron was where he was at. If you didn't see before in the last video I did on this, we did move our garden to this little area. It's a little bit nicer, a little closer. We added some lights to give a more realistic sense of, yeah, this is what we're doing. Our robot workstation's still down here. One of our robots is still standing guard here in case anything decides to respawn. It shouldn't. I've not seen it happen yet, but that doesn't mean it can't. I'm not willing to give it that chance. We do still have a few things down this way. And you may be wondering, why are you going this way? Well, that's because we finally cleared out everything. We were still in the middle of construction. I've not gotten around to fully finishing everything. I actually crashed in the middle of building the expansion. Some of this was already here. But this is a good segue anyway. Going up to this little ramp that I added, basically this tunnel, this actually connects to the sleeping quarters. This is essentially a barrack style chamber. And that's just a window to the original exterior chamber. We did add in an ice machine here for convenience sake. And we do still have the family suite right here. As you can tell, all the original rooms that were here are gone. You can still see the diner up above. Sorry. For anyone who didn't get to see it before, over here is the diner, aka the cafeteria. A little bit near, we do have equal investment with Vim as well as Nuka-Cola. I am disappointed that when Nuka World came out there wasn't additional advertisements for it. And by that I mean no Nuka Orange, Nuka Dark, etc. I was a little disappointed by that. We did add a Nuka Red of the new refrigerator here from the Creation Club. So it's just a little cleaner, a little nicer. If you didn't get to see the clinic, here it is. Our resident physician is still in-house. We still have our surgeon station in our phoropter. The physician's desk. We have a chem station over here. Makes a lot more sense from a reasonable aspect for it to be in the... And then here's the nursery. I don't remember if I got to show off the nursery before. That wasn't here before. Or was it? Maybe I did put it in there and I just didn't remember doing it. We're going to head out, because I pretty much showed everything that there was to show from before. We're going to head out, head under my office.
Damn. Here we go.
And don't worry about that, everybody. That happens every so often. And yeah, I did console command in some alternates for some of these things so I could try out different mod builds. Whoop. Sorry about that, dog bot. But yeah, there's a lot of different entrances into the vault from outside. One actually connects to where the death maze is at with all the super mutants. There's the main one outside that connects to the raider area. There's one that connects to where a whole bunch of synths are. And then, of course, the one that connects to the gunners. But going back, where I originally had Nuka-Cola machines, which were right there. I think I moved them or started to move them. I don't remember where I did with them. But coming down that fresh hallway down here into one of the expanded areas, I added in where all of the merchant booths are. This little hall here connected to one of the freshly opened areas. A lot of dead mole rats here, as you can see. And believe it or not, I was not responsible for any of them. There was a Deathclaw corpse here, and that Deathclaw was actually responsible. I guess it finally disappeared. I don't know why they didn't. We added a pool table down here. That way it could also be somewhat of a rec area. I'll say going through this little bit of rubble into this natural cave system, which is a lot longer than I remembered it being. We connect to where there were a bunch of feral ghouls when we first opened it up. But this is our subway tunnel that's part of our vault access. Once we got this up and running, we cleared this, and this actually leads out to where the super mutants are. But with so many different entrances and exits, this place is actually, unfortunately, a hodgepodge of death scenarios. But now that you've gotten to see the freshly revamped Vault 88, I know I didn't show some of the other areas I did. Some of the things I wanted to do, I can't do now. Because it turns out, despite Vault 88 having so much you can do, there's still certain limitations to it. Which is really too bad, honestly. Although I suppose I could, at the very least, have shown where the pharmacy area was. Well, we'll go down the secondary tunnel that we opened up, which actually connected to where I first came out. Whoa, I did not mean to bring up the mini-map. Anyway, we'll continue down this way through here. We did clear out a lot of the rubble in order to give us more build room. I did keep this little office room here intentionally. I may put a desk in here at some point just to give me a little away spot. As you can see down there, some of the... Whoa, that's not a corpse. Okay, that is weird. That's the first time an enemy I have destroyed has respawned. Because there have been several areas where rad scorpions nested in here. And that is the first instance where I've seen an NPC enemy respawn. This whole area, which connects to where I first went up, was filled with rad scorpions at one point. And that is the first live one I've seen back in here since clearing everything out. I keep fearing that that's what's going to happen with the water areas, that somehow the mirelurks are going to respawn, because I've not seen any eggs. Well, with so much being underwater, I have no idea. But going up here through this little tunnel, and there's a broken wall there that leads us back around to somewhere else. As you can see, if we come up this stairwell, which was originally part of a basement, we come up into the pharmacy. As you can see, this pharmacy was at one point filled with ghouls. We're doing that simply for... there's a creepy statue up that way. That's why that's blocked. It kind of made me a little paranoid. But this connects right outside. You see, according to this, we're still in Vault 88. But it actually connects right here at the University Point Pharmacy. So there's actually... I mean, Vault 88 is actually the largest settlement in the entire game. Geographically speaking, it connects to the most areas in the entire thing. Now, this is going to end up being longer than I wanted it to be. I'm sorry about that. We're going to go right out in the Commonwealth. Now, strangely enough, despite being identified as University Point Pharmacy on the map, when you're outside going in, it says entering Vault 88. Even before you discover Vault 88, that's what it tells you. Which I always thought was kind of weird. Not as weird as Preston Garvey, and the fact that once you're General of the Minutemen, just like Overboss of the Raiders, you're still doing all the grunt work. Doesn't make a lot of sense. The big boss ought to be the one giving the orders, not doing all the legwork. At least with the if you become Overboss and you follow the Raider line as a Raider, you can at least send, you know, different gangs to different areas and use them sort of as foot soldiers. So there's an advantage by going that route. I've actually bypassed a lot of the story mode element in my Raider build so far. I wanted to see what would happen if I became Overboss first and then did the story mode. It has affected certain interactions in Diamond City. I keep getting... Matter of fact, I've been approached by this one individual several times. I don't know why. And I think we have encountered our first instance of crashing. I mean, I thought that when we were booting up and it hadn't done it. It was kind of weird. So I'm going to give it another minute or so. If it does turn out to be the case, we'll just call it quits now and we'll do Far Harbor next time. That'll keep this a little bit shorter and within the hour time frame I wanted it to be in the first place. And it's starting to see that's what it is. Sorry. We'll go more into the information on the Raider build when I start doing some of the videos on that. I know a lot of you out there watch this, enjoy when I do the Fallout Equestria builds. And I'm still a brony. I still love My Little Pony. For those who are curious, no, I am not going to react or review the leaked episodes. We do not do that. I am actually disappointed in the community for leaking Season 8 and part of Season 9 already. I'm going to do like I did for the My Little Pony movie and hold out. I've still not seen the My Little Pony movie. When I have the money and the ability to, I will get it and I will watch it, maybe react to it, review it, etc. But until then, no spoilers. And yes, unfortunately, it looks like we did in fact crash. We're in an endless load screen. That's a little too bad. But that does give us a good point to quit at. So, for everybody who's tuned in and has stuck through to the very end, thank you for tuning in and watching this video. If you like this video, let us know by bro-hoofing that like button. And if you didn't like it, show your displeasure by apple-bucking that dislike button. We hope you'll do us the kindness of letting us know what you thought of this video in the comment section down below. Feel free to include your thoughts, critique, suggestions, questions, or anything else you'd like. Please keep it within a certain degree of respectability, if you wouldn't mind. If you have any requests for future videos, let us know those down below as well. If you have any suggestions for mods you'd like to see us explore on this channel, feel free to leave those down below, as long as they fall within what we can acceptably show on YouTube. And we'll consider doing them. We do like to look at the bug listings and make sure there's not a whole lot of them. As you saw at the start of this video, there was 3 that I'd been using for a good little while that I had to remove because they were interfering with main game dynamics. Like, entire sections of the settlement menu were gone for no reason. But anyways, everybody, if you're new to the channel and want to see what else we can offer, tap my name above the video description and go to the main channel page, and you can see what else we've done. We do more than just Let's Play videos, although I will admit that that does dominate our time these days. Let's Plays are a little easier to get done and a little faster to edit and upload. Well, sometimes. Sometimes the uploads can take days. But as far as actually recording them and editing them, they are a little faster. But rest assured, we do have reviews, reactions, and impersonation videos as well. And we do have character-based videos, so feel free to check all those out and more. We review and do a lot more than just pony-based videos. We've also done videos on Dragon Ball, Steven Universe, and we did offer our first thoughts on Sun and Moon when the demo was released. There are other topics we'd love to review, react to, etc., so if you have any suggestions for that, let us know. If you've been watching for a while and are just now getting to the point where you'd like to subscribe, go ahead and tap that subscribe button down below. If you want to know when new content's available, ring-a-ding-ding that notification bell icon. As always, everybody, stay tuned to the end credits to see other links in which you can connect with us here at the Moonshadow Mystery channel, beyond just the channel itself, which you can also check down in the video description below. As always, thanks for tuning in. We're glad to see that our videos, while not as popular as some of the bigger channels, are still getting some views and providing some entertainment value. Whether it's a chuckle, a chortle, or anything else. If you're being entertained, that's what we're all about. We hope you have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week, and a great weekend ahead. And while this video may not finish being uploaded until after the holiday season, we hope that you have, or did have, depending on when you get around to seeing this and when it gets fully uploaded, a pleasant holiday experience. A Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Joyous Kwanzaa, Solemn Ramadan, Festive Yule, Happy Kwanzaa, Joyeux Noël, etc., etc. We are sorry that we didn't get around to getting any of our holiday videos done like we wanted, so we hope that these short little videos, well, not really short, but these types of videos, in the meantime, at least satiate your hunger for content. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We hope to see you right back here, same changeling time, same changeling channel next time. And remember, don't go changing for anyone but yourselves. Take care, and we hope to see you soon.